Hey, my mates. Okay, so a lot of good in the last 6 weeks or so. What you've been trying to do, I really like it. Narrow stance working well. The rotation is very good. The knees are much better. Okay, the face position's good. Balance and rotation, very, very good. Okay, obviously, yes. Okay, it is definitely above the plane and out to in and a bit steep on the way down. And then obviously you've got a really strong face position. So pulls, and obviously when you get a bit scared, you're going to hit fat as well. All right, so we do need to work on it. Height control is better. It's not perfect, okay, but it is much better. Okay, much better. I feel like now it's, if anything, influenced by sort of a really fast takeaway. All right, just touching on that though quickly, I do want you to understand how to match the width of your stance with your knee flex. So you've got narrow, but then quite a lot of knee flex. Okay, that's really hard to do. So you tend to get the hips going a little bit too far that way. Okay, so if you're narrow, you've got to have less knee flex. If you want that more knee flex so that you don't dip and that the right knee doesn't straighten out, then you've got to go wider with the hence the double knee flex drill with the extra knee flex. Okay, so just kind of figure it out. I like the width of the stance. Could maybe go a touch more with that. I think it was a 7 or a 6 high. But then match the knee flex. So the short clubs, those gap wedges or sand wedges in the beginning, maybe pitching wedges. Nice narrow stance, but way too much knee flex for such a short, narrow stance. Okay, so you're just going to have to figure that out. Right. But the initial dip looks almost gone, if not really, really good. All right, okay, so where we're at, a little bit of tempo. Okay, not snatchy. Okay, still sort of positive rhythm, I think, for you. Brisk rhythm for you in the backswing. Okay, and that is going to help your change of direction as well. Okay, the left hip is working quite well. So the big issue now is that shoulders. Okay, basically, quite simply, it's shoulders. All right, so as you get to the top, right, the right shoulder is working around, and what we want is the left hip to work, and then the right shoulder to work underneath you. So the right shoulder doesn't work around, the right shoulder works underneath you. That's how we want it to work. Okay, so that's predominantly what we have to work on. Okay, so a little bit of tempo, little bit of early release, but now obviously if the right shoulder is high, you might just be early releasing because of that. All right, a little bit of early release, little bit of holding the lag for that later release. Okay, but predominantly I would say 80%, 75% is that shoulder. Okay, for the downswing. Can be a tricky one, but we got to push through and try and work it, and sort of now is the time. Okay, right, so warm up. Okay, warm up, I want you to do some helicopters. Okay, I don't know who coined this move, the helicopter. So I think the idea with the helicopter is, so we outstretched arms, right? Okay, I think the idea with the helicopter name is that you don't move your arms. You move your torso and your arms stay out like blades. Okay, but we do it in our posture. So obviously if you flew a helicopter like that, it would probably crash. But anyway, they're called helicopters. Right? In your posture, arms outstretched. Do not move your arms. Move your shoulders. So rotate your shoulders. Now you can see that shoulders rotate on that angle, not on that angle. Okay? You do that anyway, so that's fine. Right, but now on the downswing, the shoulders rotate on that angle. So back down to the golf ball. So don't manipulate your arms, just turn your shoulders. Use your hip. Where's my arm? Okay, at the moment yours would be there. Okay, so your helicopter would fly. Okay, we want your helicopter to crash. So just do some of those just to get used to that sensation. Okay. That's what we're after. Not that high right shoulder. Okay, so just kind of do 10 on each side or whatever it is as your warm-up. Okay, and then second warm-up, I want you to do one arm swings. You can do some left arm. You can decide whether you want to hit balls. If you don't have to hit balls, but proper swings. Okay, so whichever arm you're not using, I've got left arm here. Put the other arm on your shoulder. Okay, I don't mind back of the hip, but I prefer on the shoulder. All right, and then just make some swings. That's left arm. So left arm is very much the integrity of the circle and a little bit of club face. Okay, so make some left arm swings. You don't have to hit balls, as I said. Okay, you can just swing them. If you're hitting balls at 5, if you're just swinging at 10. And then right hand. Okay, now right hand you can do some without, but you definitely got to hit at least 5 right hand only. Okay, So left hand is on the shoulder, right hand only. Okay, and you can actually hit them okay. All right. So the idea for us with the right hand is to feel a bit more flex as the weight of the club head works against my right wrist, so that we're not releasing that club too early. Okay, so that would be too early. We're trying to get that sort of feel. Okay, so feel the weight of the club head. Okay, and a little bit of action in that right wrist. Okay, so that's where the warm-up is, right? Okay, then last bit of the warm-up. Okay, really long, slow swings. So don't achieve anything, like technically or whatever. Okay, just even if it's slight over swings, but they have to be slow motion. Okay, so really big, long swings. Full follow through, hold the follow through. Just ridiculous long swings. Okay, I'll explain much later what that's about. You just do them. 5 of them, 10 of them, whatever it is. Okay, nothing technical. You can see how sloppy it is there at the top. Doesn't matter, just really long, really slow, big follow through. Okay, but finish it and hold the follow through everything. Okay, just feel a bit silly, but it's fine. Okay, so that's the warm up, right? Okay, now your drills. Okay, so don't have a huge drill for it right now, so we're going more on feel. Okay, so first round of the drill is just trying to learn how to get this right shoulder to work underneath you, not around. Okay, so all your only thought is get that right shoulder. Now you might hit some fat, maybe thin as well. You might even hit a little bit at the hosel. Don't worry about that. Okay, all you're trying to do is hit some balls and get that right shoulder working underneath, not around. Okay, we should start to see. Okay, you can see as I exaggerate that shoulder, a couple of pushes, not fades, pushes. What's the difference? A fade curves right, a push starts straight right. Okay, so that thing started straight right as I'm demoing that low right shoulder. All right, and the second drill, pretty similar, okay, but now less focus on the right shoulder and more focus on the arm depth and the club face. Okay, so this is a push drill. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to put a ball out there just outside the toe line. That's the ball we're hitting. Just outside the toe line, about 2 foot back, like that. Okay, and then this one, about 2 foot forward, just inside the hosel. So that's the ball I'm hitting. That's my target line. So I've got one ball there, one ball there. You can use tees to start if you want to. Okay, and basically what we're trying to do is hit some pushes. So similar to that last one, yes, right shoulder helps, but just learn to kind of attack the ball a little bit from the inside. In the long term, we don't want to do that, by the way. We want to hit the back of the ball at all times. Okay, so in the long term, that ball will always be fine, but actually this ball would be in danger of a good golf swing. All right, so for you, you want to obviously miss both and try and start the ball a little bit right of target. So even if you have to sort of reroute it and exaggerate it a little bit, don't worry. Just stand there and just start the ball right. Okay, and obviously don't disturb or hit any of those two balls. Okay, if balls are too much for now, then just use tees, but get them quite high off the ground so that they're in play. So if you get a bit there, oh, we're gonna hit that one. If you exit a bit left, oh, you're gonna hit that one. Okay, so similar. Okay, but one is the fundamental flaw and just really work on that right shoulder working underneath, and then one's more about the application, control, and I guess the ball control. Okay, all right. So you can see hyper-focused on that one major thing. A little bit of warm-ups, all right. And yeah, I think this is or the time is right now to fix this sort of major issue. All right. Thanks, my mate. Have a good one. I'll talk to you during the week. Thank you as always.